Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rina the Wolf, and today I want to talk about something important because I have given it a lot of thought and I spoke with others about the same topic. So today I want to talk about people who are not willing to make a change in their lives. I think it is one of the most important things to be open to new things, try to develop ourselves, to be ready to do something with our lives. Because at the end of the day, most probably we are alone with our thoughts and with our plans. But without plans, it's all just surviving and nothing else. When I was younger, I was in dark places most of the time. I felt repressed, I felt not appreciated, and I'm not even trying to deny that there were times when I was okay with it, like things will never change. But if we are open to things, if we have plans, we are already one step further. So during university, I tried to work, but it was not an easy ride. And I was like, if I could get out of here, I would already do better. And it took me some time to realize that this is not life. What is it? I get home from work, I get home from university, and I just lie down and thinking about my pathetic life. That is definitely not the way things should be. So I had no help at all with this. I had no one to talk to about these feelings. But after a while, when I realized that I can't be like tired of this all the time, I technically just picked up a shield and a sword and I started to fight against it. So I started to make plans, like what would I do once I'm out of the family house? What would I do after I have like a proper job after university? And things were getting much brighter than before. But I admit that these feelings can drag us down. Like, seriously. This is like a crippling feeling, like I'm worthless. I can't do anything on my own. I'm not able to get over these things. And when you have low self esteem or confidence, it can really affect you. However, if you are willing to fight this, you will be much stronger because you are already making changes to yourself. If you change your attitude, things would get much brighter for you. And no matter what, you have to be able to make changes in your life, even if those are like small steps, one step at a time, right? It is really important to admit defeat. Defeat is part of our lives. We can't win everything. And I can't agree more with that. However, during the past few years, I met people who were just not willing to make changes. One of my exes was just like the same. Her attitude was like terrible. She was always grumpy, she was always stressed out, and I was just like, listen, if you don't change it, people will have a very negative impact, and negative impacts are very hard to change. So I kept telling her, listen, just smile more, just try it. And people will have a different approach towards you. People will not give you speeches about how grumpy you are all the time or how you are trying to act tough all the time. If you keep complaining, people will think that you are a very negative person because you are a very negative person. And nobody likes negative Nellies, am I right? So attitude is one thing, but if someone is willing to help you and you just keep refusing that help because you're stubborn or you're actually keep pretending that you are fine the way things are going for you, things will never change. if you refuse helping hands, things won't change. If you're not strong enough on your own to make changes to yourself, to your life, things will never change. And you will be stuck in the same situation. And no matter how hard I kept telling my ex that, listen, this is not who you are. I get it. Sometimes I'm also stressed out, but I'm trying to banish negative feelings. I'm trying to be much more optimistic, even though I'm trying to be realistic at the same time. I admit that I have been defeated before, and to make changes, I have to make changes to myself, to my situations. And whenever I tried that, things would get a little bit better just because I was willing to make changes, minor changes, but there were changes, especially toward my attitude. Before, I was like a really pessimistic person. I always said like, oh yeah, things won't go well. This has always been like this. I have only known suffering all my life. And this is pathetic. People were always like, oh, this is the negative person. I really don't want to talk to her because all she does is complaining and it is really dragging me down. So once I stopped it and I started to look at the brighter side, people were more willing to talk to me. And it's okay to complain or vent every once in a while, but this attitude cannot define you. And then I met another person whose situation was not the brightest. And I still firmly believe that getting out of the family house would do good for her. And I believed in her and I kept offering her opportunities to break out of there. And I told her, listen, when I wanted to break out from the family house, the first thing was I took any jobs that I could. And it's true. Some were hard and I earned only a little money, but after a little while, even though it was with the help of my parents, I could move out. And ever since then, I'm feeling much better because I feel less repressed, I feel more balanced, and I have my own life. And nobody is trying to take control over it. I am controlling my own life, and this is one of the most important things that we could do. So I offered many chances to this person, and she was just not willing to change it. She was like, yeah, but I'm always tired. Yeah, but then do something. Just try to find a job no matter what. You will have to make sacrifices. And after a while, I just kept listening to her plans. Plans are good, but if you are not taking action, they are all in vain. You have to take action. Without that, you will be stuck in the same situation, and it's definitely not what you want, right? You will be stuck, and it will take its toll on you because you will feel like, yeah, I have plans, but maybe you just feel like you're not strong enough to make these plans come through. And yeah, it's not always easy, but if someone offers you help, you actually should accept this help. Sometimes we are not strong enough on our own, and I can't agree more. When I was all alone, I was like, I'm not able to do all these things on my own. But then I grit my teeth, I did my best, and I was out of the dark. Like, all I could think about to get out of a bad situation. And when I took action, I got out of bad situations. And it's okay to lie down sometimes. Just give yourself time for self development. Just give yourself time to deal with these thoughts in the back of your head. But it's not okay to stay like that forever or for a longer time. Because you can say that my life is pathetic. I will not be able to change this. But only you are able to change these things. And it starts with attitude. So not long ago, I actually spoke with someone who ended their relationship, and they said that things were going fine, but after a while, my partner just kept telling the same things. Like they had plans and plans and plans, like tons of plans, but they never took action. And I grew tired of it, which is totally understandable. They were willing to help them, but the other person just did not make changes. All they did was making excuses not to make changes in their lives. And I get it. We all have plans, and sometimes we feel weak to go through all the changes we should make. However, if we can get help, it's much easier. And the only thing that can prevent us from making them is our stubbornness, is our fear of new things, which is natural. Being afraid of the unknown is really natural. However, if you can get help, just live with it. And nobody is going to complain about it because people are happy to help you if they offer help. But if they offer you help and you reject it, you let them down. And it's already a negative impact. And negative impacts will leave a mark, no matter what. So if you feel like things won't change, the first thing that you will need to do is look into yourself. Just think about what things you could change or what things can be different. And if you take this approach, if you already have plans, it's a good thing. But don't forget that you actually need to make these plans go through. Without that, you will just keep on surviving. You will do the same things over and over and over again. And this won't go. This is like something that can define your whole life. But if you're willing to change it, if you are willing to break out from a bad situation, you are already making steps, which is like the best thing you could do. But if you refuse self-development, things won't change. All right, guys, this is all I wanted to say today. If you like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.